have to get this set of tires and wheels and this set of wheels all loaded up into the truck, and we are headed out to A&A Auto in Exeter, PA. We made it here to A&A Auto Stores in Exeter, PA, and we are getting the wheels all mounted up. All right, and the new tires for the second gen Ram all mounted up here. So I'm got the service tech here. We're gonna have to back the truck in, and we're gonna get these all mounted up. But I'm gonna take you guys in and show you a little bit of the store and some of the process. And if you're new to the channel, hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you guys stay posted when we drop videos like that. And stay tuned for possibly a discount code coming out. So we're happy to bring that out to you. So you guys are also going to get a first look at what the second gen Ram wheels are going to look like. So I'll see you in a little while. Well, we got the tires and the wheels in the shop, and they are starting to break them down and get them down. So I'm going to take you guys in and show you a little bit of the process, and then I'll catch you at the end to let you know what kind they are, which brand or which model they are. So hope to see you at the end. And like I said, you're going to get a first look at the new wheels that are going on the second gen Ram show truck. If you come to A&A Auto Stores in Exeter, PA, mention Wicked Fabz for your special pricing. So we're happy to be able to bring that little bit of discount out to you there. And if you're looking for a lift kit, leveling kit, shocks, coilovers for your truck, go to skyjacker.com and use discount code wicked_Fabz10 at checkout, and you'll receive additional savings there. So the channel's happy to bring all that out to you guys. So let's go in and see some of the process and the new wheels that are going to be going on the show truck. I'm here with John, and he is going to explain a little bit to you about the mounting process of the 20x12 wheels and tires.
So these are 37s. These are big boys. They only go on big boy trucks. So this is a touchless. Okay, so nothing touches the rim, except in the center bore there's a clamp that holds it down. And this is the bore right here of the rim. But these wheels are reverse mount. So this is the drop center. If you try to take the tire off this way, the tire beam is going to hit this, and you're not going to be able to remove it from the underside. So you have to flip these wheels over and clamp them down. So you clamp it from this side of the hub, and then you're able to release the tire, and you see here that it'll concave into the drop center and come off.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I'll show you how to mount it, and then on my next round, I'll show you how to dismount it. John back here at A&A Specialty Shop. We are the actual official old school speed shop too. So these wheels are the same thing, reverse mount, but I had to put it upright to put the stem in. So now I'm gonna unclamp it, reverse it over, and show you how to do a reverse mount. Thank you, boss. Then there's a peg there that y'all saw Adam put in there. That's actually for a reverse mount. So it goes up into the lug bolt hole and holds it in place while you clamp it. And then for all you guys that are running like 33s, 35s, and 37s that have sensors, you want to have the sensor on this side when you mount. When you dismount, you want the sensor over here, because if not, the head will break it. But these don't have sensors, so we ain't got to worry about that. But out of good practice, do it anyway, just so you're in the habit of it. See how I put the sensor over here? If it was a sensor, just add a habit. That's where the sensor would be. Away from the head when you're mounting. These are inside outside, so you want to face the outside facing down. Right here. Outside. So that's facing down. This is tire lube. You want to lube the bead of the tire, because if not, it won't slide on. Lift it with your legs and not your back. These are big boys. These probably weigh 40 pounds. Put your tire on there, hold it with your elbow, put your head down and give it a couple clicks. If you get it where you want it, that's perfect. You bring the tire over top the knob in the head, like so, and give it a push. I mean, sometimes you gotta help it. And go slow, especially on nice wheels. And that's that. The outside bead is on. Then you're gonna take your head over here, swing this around over here, and you wanna keep this on your left side. So once again, find where your sensor is, you're gonna back it up, spin the tire as you do it, just in case if you have a sensor. You're gonna put the bead here, pull your tire up over so it comes over the nub of the head again. This is the nub of the head, just like that. And then you bring your pressure down. This is kind of like a helper. Bring it over like this, just like that. Bring this over here, and you're gonna push it down and slowly help it over. Push it as you go, just like that. That's how you do 37. So these are balance beads, because 37s are really difficult to do like a speed balance or a road force balance. So when you're really not doing highway speed, 67, 70, these are perfect, especially for show trucks. And these wheels are for show trucks. You just rip the bag and dump them in right in the crack where the bead of the tire and the rim is. And sometimes they have a little stem in them too. Make sure you don't dump that in there. These ones don't have it. So you just slowly dump it in there. These ones take 14 ounces because they're 37s. These are big boys.
So the size of the tire depends on how much.
How much? Yep.
Okay.
I don't know the calculation. That's not my cup of tea. That's my boy over there, Matt. Where you at, Matt? Come say hi.
Matt doesn't want to be.
He's probably in the bathroom. Oh, here it is. That's the little stem that's in there. Now they put it at the top. Right there. So this is the 14 ounces that go in these tires. So now we're going to blow the tire up. We're going to pump it up. Pull that, get that stem out. It came with them beads. Get that ready. Put our air hose on here. I'm gonna get the bazooka for this one. It makes a lot of noise. Sounds like a shotgun going off, maybe a 10 gauge. But it doesn't have a whole lot of kick, not like a standard cheetah. So I'm gonna spin the tire around. Just so I have a little more leverage. Give it a little lean. Switch hands. Like that. Now your tire's gonna inflate. John back here at A&A, your local speed shop. So now I showed you how to mount a 37. Now I'm gonna show you how to dismount, because we're taking these tires off these beautiful rims and putting on the beautiful rim that I just put it on. So just follow the scene. So this is already deflated. Same thing as mounting it, you're gonna mount it down. Sensor, you want it where the head is. So when you dismount and lift the tire up, you want the sensor there if it has a sensor. Like I said before, these don't have sensors. But I do it at a good practice, just to keep muscle memory going. So you put reverse mount, facing down. Hit your pedal, raise it up. Big boy, so it takes a little bit longer. Slide it gently on the rollers. Get it lined up. Let it down a little bit, get it past the head. Line it up just like that. Put your clamp in. Lock it in, pull up on it, make sure it's locked in. Spin it until it gets tight. And then I usually step on the pedal to spin it around so I get more leverage. Like I ran out of leverage. I'll spin it a little bit. I'm short, I got alligator arms. Spin it again, because these are big boys. They're heavy rims, so you gotta make sure that's tight. And then you're good. So the sensor is, the stem is right where you at, sensor? Over there. Okay. So the stem is over here. So actually, if it's a sensor, you want that sensor over here on this side of the head. Now when you break the bead, it doesn't matter. It's just when you're dismounting. So just for GP, when you use this to dismount, you want it over here. So I always break it there too. And then you make sure this is lined up, because sometimes it won't get lined up, especially if you have different wheels. And then you push it down until the head goes in and the sensor reaches. And then you spin it, tap your roller, and then there, the bead is broken. And you can stop, use the upper roller, go up, until the head goes in, the roller goes in. Once you see the roller go in, tap your button a couple times, and the bead will release right now. And it's released. Find your stem again. Stem is over there. Spin the stem to this side of the head. Perfect. Move your head up. Move your tire up. Make sure this gets down inside the bead of the tire. You'll hear it click. Then you just pull it up. The head is right there. Sometimes it needs a little help. It needs a big place. Pull your head out. Sometimes you can actually use the head to lift up the tire, but these are too big. Just use the roller. Spin the sensor back over. Then use the roller to lift it up. So I found a better way. So now that the beads are right there, you can just vacuum the beads out. But they all ran down in there. And you're done. I always find tips and tricks on the way. And when I do, I store it in the memory bank. It makes life easier next time. Wait for your roller to go down. Sometimes you can just push it off this way. Makes life easier too. Especially if the head gets in caught. Sometimes it does. And the head only goes up so far. So that's it. That's the dismount. Y'all already seen the mount.
We made it back here to my shop, and we do have the tires and wheels unloaded off of the truck. And I would like to thank John and Adam from A&A Auto Stores in Exeter, PA for helping us get these tires and wheels all mounted up. And a big shout out to John for showing us and give us a little tutorial on what it takes to get an oversized tire mounted on a bigger wheel and a wider rim. So he says you definitely need a regular machine to do it and things like that. And he gave me some other tips along the way and things like that. So that was real nice. And after talking with John, I come to find out that he also has a YouTube channel where he posts videos of his car and different car shows and things like that. So run over to John 1476-16V, and I'll share that link in the description below, along with all the other links, A&A Auto Stores, Skyjacker, and don't forget all the discount codes you could get from A&A Auto Stores and Skyjacker. So definitely go in the description, check out their links, and I'll post their Facebook pages and whatnot over there. So I would like to thank them. So these are the Fuel Tritons, and they are 20 by 12 that we are putting on the 2nd Gen Ram show truck. As you guys do know that we had the black ones on there, and we think that the chrome is now going to complement the build a lot nicer, brighten it up a little bit something different. So that's what we ended up going with. And don't forget to smash on that subscribe button and follow what we got going on here. And who knows, if we didn't win your subscription in this video, maybe the next one we will, because the truck is out at Just Auto Body and Customs, getting a few things done that we'll be putting our attention to out there, because we're going to be getting into our show season, and we have something different out there that we're putting on, which we think is going to really change the look of the build. So that's pretty cool, and you don't want to miss that. I'll be doing that in a later video and kicking that out later on, so you don't want to miss that. Well, guys, I hope you liked this video. Till next time, I'm Joe. Driving trucks and hunting bucks is how I roll with Wicked Fabz.